The world of modern celebrity culture often feels like a grand, meticulously choreographed performance where every public appearance, every shared photograph, and every brief digital interaction is scrutinized under a massive social microscope. We live in an era where the boundary between the private lives of public figures and the collective imagination of millions of fans has become incredibly thin, leading many to believe they possess a complete, unfiltered understanding of their favorite icons. When the brightest stars from entirely different worlds collide, it creates a unique kind of cultural lightning, captivating audiences who eagerly dissect every frame and caption for deeper meaning. From the glitz and glamour of international sports arenas to the sold-out stadiums of global music tours, the paths of high-profile individuals frequently cross in ways that remain entirely hidden from the public view until a single moment shatters the illusion of complete access. This constant tension between what is visible on our screens and what happens behind closed doors forms the true backdrop of modern fame, where the narrative presented to the world is rarely the entire story. Before we dive deeper into the extraordinary sequence of events that unfolded during one of the most talked-about weekends of the year, take a moment to subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications so you never miss an exclusive breakdown of the stories defining our cultural landscape. To truly understand the atmosphere surrounding major cultural gatherings, one must first recognize the sheer scale of influence exerted by today's leading cultural figures, whose every move can instantly dominate global conversations and set social media ablaze. The phenomenon of the ultra-high-profile gathering has evolved into something far grander than a simple social event, transforming instead into a massive intersection of talent, influence, and public fascination. When individuals who command the attention of tens of millions of people gather under one roof, the collective energy is palpable, creating an environment where even the smallest detail can become a matter of intense public debate. For generations, the public has been fascinated by the idea of secret friendships and unexpected alliances among the elite, wondering how those who live their lives in the harsh glare of the spotlight connect when the cameras are turned off. This fascination drives an insatiable appetite for content, leading observers to look for clues in every social media upload, analyzing everything from wardrobe choices to the subtle phrasing of captions in an attempt to decode relationships that are deliberately kept out of sight. The reality of modern fame is that heroes exist in an incredibly small, interconnected world where shared experiences of pressure, triumph, and intense public scrutiny create natural bonds that outsiders can rarely fully comprehend. As the weekend approached, anticipation reached a fever pitch within the upper echelons of the entertainment and sports worlds, hinting at an upcoming gathering that would bring together an unprecedented collection of global talent. The setting for this monumental occasion was none other than Madison Square Garden, an iconic venue synonymous with historic achievements and legendary performances. Transformed for one evening into a private sanctuary of unparalleled elegance and style, the atmosphere inside the venue was electric, filled with the soft murmur of conversations among individuals whose names are known in every corner of the globe, creating a space where history, artistry, and athletic excellence converged. An estimated crowd of around 1,000 guests filled the beautifully adorned space, each individual contributing to a collective tapestry of influence and success that few events in recent memory could ever hope to match. Among this gathering of cultural titans were individuals who have redefined their sports and industries, stepping away from their demanding professional schedules to celebrate a milestone that promised to dominate headlines for weeks to come. The sheer scale of the event was a testament to the immense cultural footprint of those at its center, attracting a diverse array of guests who arrived dressed in haute couture, ready to witness a celebration that felt both intensely private and globally significant. Among the many notable figures making an appearance at this star-studded mega celebration was an iconic figure whose name has become synonymous with athletic perfection and unmatched resilience on the world stage. Accompanied by her husband, a prominent professional football player known for his formidable presence on the field, she arrived looking radiant, embodying the perfect blend of athletic excellence and high-fashion sophistication. Following the conclusion of the evening's festivities, a simple social media update offered the world a brief, carefully curated glimpse into the stunning visual landscape of the celebration, sparking an immediate wave of commentary and speculation. The digital post featured a look at the couple's magnificent attire for the evening, showcasing an exquisite piece of haute couture that reflected the absolute height of contemporary fashion design. However, the nature of the internet is such that even the most beautiful and celebratory moments are frequently met with skepticism, doubt, and unsolicited questioning from observers who feel entitled to know every detail of a public figure's personal life. Within the vast sea of positive comments and admiration, specific voices began to emerge, questioning the legitimacy of her presence at the event and demanding to know how and when these icons from completely different worlds had ever established a meaningful connection. This skepticism highlights a broader cultural trend where the public struggles to accept that the glimpses they receive are only a fraction of reality. As a result, the stage was set for an unexpected digital confrontation that would soon challenge the very nature of public access to private celebrity lives. The mystery surrounding the grand celebration quickly began to unravel as details of the monumental event finally came to light, capturing the undivided attention of millions around the globe. This was not just any ordinary gathering, but a star-studded mega-celebration marking the official union of global music icon Taylor Swift and professional football standout Travis Kelce, who officially tied the knot in a breathtakingly lavish ceremony that surpassed even the highest expectations. For months, endless rumors had swirled across the internet regarding where and when this highly anticipated marriage would take place. But few could have predicted that the legendary Madison Square Garden would be completely transformed into a majestic, private wedding sanctuary. The iconic arena, which usually echoes with the roars of sports fans and concertgoers, was meticulously redesigned to host an estimated 1,000 distinguished guests, creating an atmosphere of unparalleled grandeur, exclusivity, and security. The guest list itself read like a definitive registry of modern cultural significance, bringing together the most influential figures from the realms of entertainment, music, fashion, and professional sports, all gathered to witness a historic union of two of the most recognizable public figures of our generation. As the evening progressed, the sheer magnitude of the occasion became undeniable, with every element from the towering floral arrangements to the ambient lighting contributing to an immersive experience of pure romance and high society sophistication amidst this sea of high-profile attendees. The presence of legendary Olympic gymnast Simone Biles and her husband, professional football player Jonathan Owens, immediately drew the fascination of onlookers and commentators alike. Simone, who has spent her life capturing the hearts of millions through her historic athletic feats, stepped into this spectacular evening alongside Jonathan, showcasing an exquisite display of modern style and marital partnership. The couple perfectly symbolized the harmonious blending of world-class athleticism and red carpet elegance that defined the entire evening, effortlessly commanding attention as they moved through the exquisitely designed Grand Hall. To share their joy and connect with her vast audience, Simone later took to her personal Instagram account to offer a rare, closely guarded glimpse into their glamorous preparation for the evening. The social media update immediately sent shockwaves through the fashion and entertainment communities, showcasing the couple dressed in breathtaking outfits designed by the prestigious Do Long Spring Summer 2026 couture collection. The garments were a true masterpiece of contemporary design, reflecting an incredible level of craftsmanship, intricate detailing, and sophisticated tailoring that perfectly complemented the monumental significance of the mega celebration. Simone accompanied the stunning visual presentation with a deeply meaningful and playful caption, describing the occasion as the perfect love story followed by the perfect night, intentionally emphasizing the final word with double uppercase letters to align with the joyful and high-energy atmosphere of the event, while the overwhelming majority of fans and followers flooded the comment section with genuine admiration. Congratulations and praise for the couple's flawless fashion choices. The dark and critical nature of social media soon reared its head. Within hours of the post going live, a localized wave of negativity, cynicism, and skepticism began to emerge among certain internet observers, threatening to overshadow the celebratory spirit of the moment. One comment in particular caught the attention of the digital community, directly questioning the legitimacy and closeness of Simone's relationship with the newlywed couple. The user mockingly asked when Simone Biles and Taylor Swift had ever even spoken to each other, appending a laughing emoji to underscore their cynical skepticism. This specific inquiry struck a chord, reflecting a broader and increasingly common social media trend where anonymous commentators feel empowered to define, question, and invalidate the real-world friendships of public icons based solely on what has been shared publicly online. The underlying assumption behind the criticism was that if a relationship is not constantly broadcasted through digital platforms, it simply does not exist, exposing the profound sense of entitlement that many onlookers feel regarding the private lives of celebrities. This sudden injection of tension transformed a beautiful celebration of love and fashion into a digital battleground, setting the stage for a dramatic response from the Olympic icon herself, who is never one to back down from a challenge. Simone Biles, known worldwide for her fierce determination on the gymnastics floor and her uncompromising stance on personal boundaries, refused to let the cynical comment pass without an answer. Breaking her usual silence on casual internet rumors, she issued a direct, incredibly powerful, and succinct reply that instantly silenced her critics and sent a clear message to audiences everywhere. Her response was simple yet profoundly resonant, instructing the critical observer to remember that she only shows the public what she wants them to know. This sharp and direct retort cut straight to the core of the modern celebrity dilemma, serving as a stark reminder that social media profiles are merely highly curated, selective windows into a person's life, rather than complete archives of their personal relationships and daily interactions. By asserting her control over her own narrative, Simone effectively challenged the modern assumption that fans have an inherent right to full transparency from the figures they admire. The tension generated by this exchange quickly spread across various media platforms, shifting the global conversation from a simple discussion about wedding aesthetics to a deeper, more pressing exploration of privacy, digital boundaries, and the hidden realities of high-profile friendships. The exchange highlighted the reality that behind the polished photographs and public appearances lies a vast, unmapped landscape of genuine human connection that remains completely hidden from the public eye, proving that the true depth of celebrity interactions is often far more complex than a social media feed could ever suggest. This escalating digital drama left audiences wondering about the true history behind their connection, a story that spans over a decade of quiet, mutual respect away from the cameras, proving that true bond requires no public validation. As news of this digital confrontation spread, it became increasingly obvious that the public perception of celebrity interactions is fundamentally flawed, built entirely on fragmented pieces of information rather than actual reality. Observers began to realize that the connections between top-tier public figures are often forged through shared experiences that remain completely separate from their public personas, creating a fascinating layer of mystery that only adds to their collective allure. This interaction between a legendary athlete and her critical followers served as a perfect illustration of how modern icons must navigate the difficult balance between public accessibility and personal privacy in an era defined by constant digital connectedness. To fully understand the gravity of Simone Biles' message and why this unexpected digital confrontation matters, one must look beyond a single social media comment and examine the rich, decade-long history of mutual support between these two cultural icons. The connection between the legendary gymnast and the global music superstar is not a recent development born out of convenience or a sudden desire for publicity, but rather a deeply rooted bond that has quietly existed in the public eye for over 10 years. Throughout their respective journeys to the absolute pinnacle of their industries, both women have frequently and publicly expressed profound admiration for one another's unmatched dedication, work ethic, and cultural impact. This relationship is built on a rare form of peer-to-peer respect that can only exist between individuals who fully comprehend the unique and intense pressures of global fame, relentless media scrutiny, and the constant expectation to maintain absolute perfection. Over the years, whenever either star faced immense challenges or celebrated historic milestones, the other was often among the first to offer words of encouragement and public praise, illustrating a genuine sisterhood that transcends the boundaries of their completely different professional worlds. This long-standing alliance highlights the fact that high-profile friendships do not always require constant public display or digital documentation to be authentic, meaningful, and deeply impactful on a personal level. A definitive and unforgettable moment illustrating this deep connection occurred on the grandest stage of all, during Simone Biles' highly anticipated and triumphant return to the International Olympic Arena. As millions of viewers around the world tuned in to witness the historic comeback of the greatest gymnast of all time, They were treated to a magnificent performance that perfectly synthesized athletic mastery with contemporary musical artistry. For her breathtaking floor exercise routine, a performance that required an immense amount of precision, power, and emotional resonance, Simone chose to set her choreography in part to the powerful, driving rhythms of Taylor Swift's hit song Ready for It. This artistic choice was far from a random selection, serving instead as a brilliant cultural bridge and a clear public nod to the musician whose art had evidently provided a source of strength, energy, and inspiration during some of the most challenging chapters of Simone's legendary career. The seamless integration of Taylor's music into a historic, gold medal-winning athletic performance resonated deeply with fans globally, demonstrating how the work of one visionary artist can directly fuel and inspire the monumental achievements of another in a completely different discipline. The performance stood as a powerful, undeniable testament to their mutual influence, a moment where sports and pop culture converged perfectly to create an unforgettable chapter in modern entertainment history. The profound significance of this artistic collaboration was further amplified by Taylor Swift's own immediate and enthusiastic "I see" response, which beautifully mirrored the public support she has consistently offered the Olympic icon. Upon witnessing the breathtaking routine, the global music superstar was quick to express her utter amazement and pride, publicly validating Simone's incredible achievement and further solidifying their unique bond in front of millions of fans. This exchange of mutual admiration between the world's most dominant athlete and the world's most influential musician carries immense cultural weight, offering a rare and inspiring example of high-profile women actively uplifting one another on the world stage. It is a relationship defined by shared experiences of breaking records, shattering glass ceilings, and redefining what is possible within their respective fields, all while navigating the immense weight of global expectations. By understanding this rich history of mutual celebration and deep respect, the cynical social media comments questioning their relationship are exposed as completely baseless, revealing a profound lack of awareness regarding the quiet, enduring alliances that exist at the very top of the cultural landscape. It demonstrates that the bond between these two extraordinary individuals is not merely a product of the Hollywood machine, but a real, long-standing connection built on a decade of shared triumphs and mutual inspiration. The journeys of both heroes reflect a parallel path of determination, where reaching the summit of their professions meant enduring unimaginable public pressure and overcoming systemic obstacles. Whether performing gravity-defying maneuvers in front of international judges or commanding the stage during a record-breaking global stadium tour, both icons have mastered the art of performing under immense stress. This shared reality creates an unwritten language between them, an understanding that requires no explanations or public validation to remain incredibly strong. When the public questions how an elite athlete and a music sensation could find common ground, they fail to grasp that the shared experience of extreme visibility creates its own unique, insular community. Within this community, friendships are formed not based on public relations strategies, but on a mutual understanding of what it takes to survive and thrive at the very top of the world. Therefore, attending a private milestone celebration like a wedding is a completely natural extension of a decade-long friendship that has weathered the storms of public opinion and media speculation, proving that true personal loyalty always endures far beyond the digital glare. Ultimately, this entire episode serves as a powerful and much-needed reality check for a digital society that has grown increasingly accustomed to demanding absolute access and transparency from the public figures they admire. The sharp response from Simone Biles challenges the very foundation of modern social media culture, suggesting that despite our ability to scroll through endless photographs, watch videos, and read personal captions, we as observers are only ever permitted to see a highly specific, carefully curated fraction of a celebrity's true existence. It forces audiences to confront the reality that behind the polished public images, the red carpet appearances, and the digital updates lies a vast, complex, and unmapped landscape of genuine human experiences, private conversations, and real-world friendships that remain entirely hidden from view. Perhaps in our collective rush to analyze every detail, judge every interaction, and demand immediate validation, we have forgotten that celebrities are entitled to private lives, hidden connections, and secret celebrations that belong exclusively to them. The unfolding of this star-studded wedding weekend and the ensuing digital drama reminds us all that we don't know everything about the private lives of the heroes we watch on our screens, and that true human connection is often far more complex, beautiful and private than any social media feed could ever capture.